Welcome to the You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. Each week we will bring you inspiring tips, stories, and ideas to help you be all that you can be, discovering your greatness. Featuring Donna. Donna is a transformational life and health coach, a highly sought-after public speaker, and the founder of Vibrant Living. She has helped hundreds find a better life, free of stress and living the greatness they were truly designed for. And now, your host, Donna.
Hello, it is Donna Tashton, and I would like to welcome you to podcast number 40. Today we have a special guest, Rebecca Dutcher. Well, Rebecca, I am excited to have you here on You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. We have been trying to connect for a little while.
Yes, we have.
Persistence pays off, and I'm really excited to have you come on today and share with our listeners about you. So why don't you start and say hello and tell them about yourself?
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Rebecca Dutcher. I'm the founder and owner of Red 66 Marketing, based here in West Michigan. We're primarily a web development and digital agency, and we work with clients really all across the country right now, which is a lot of fun.
So do you grow up here in Michigan?
Yeah, I grew up in Jenison. I'm West Michigan, tried and true. Went to Davenport. My most exciting adventure was we moved away for a couple of years in 2016 for my husband's job to Terre Haute, Indiana. So I got to kind of start over and immerse myself in a new community. And we didn't love the job. And so we came back a couple of years ago. Now I'm home.
Awesome. So the name of your company is?
Red 66 Marketing.
And where did that come from?
Well, if you've seen any of my social profiles, I have red curly hair. So that's where the red came from. And the 66 was my number when I was the first girl to play football when I was 8 years old in an formerly all boys league.
So you were one of those girls.
I was, yes.
Yeah. You were one of those girls, I take it, that didn't let people put limits on her?
Nope, not at all. Usually if someone would say you can't do that or there's no way that's going to happen, I would just say, watch me. Just watch me.
So I guess that you had encouragement to do that at a young age and pretty much along your life. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. Great family. My parents were very, very supportive and making sure both my brother and I were very well-rounded people. We worked hard, played hard. We were all very much into sports and dirt bikes and things growing up. And then my dad, to get me out of football and dirt bikes, to do more girl things, got me into horseback riding. So he never got his fishing boat, but I got a horse. Yep. And even, I still remember things like, just a month ago when I was trying to do something for my business and, talking to my mom, she's like, I don't know if you can do that, or how are you going to do that? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to figure it out. I just have to figure it out. Got to make it work. My nature.
So how long have you been in your own business?
I started in November 2016. So just about 3.5 into my 4th year now.
Okay. Awesome. And you're involved in some other organizations we were talking about?
I am. One thing I need to work on is learning to say no and set boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the current board president for the West Michigan chapter of the American Marketing Association. I was the president in 2015 as well, so I can't get enough of marketing. I'm the vice president of the board for GROW, for Grand Rapids Opportunities for Women. And then I'm also now joining an advisory council for some marketing classes with Davenport, my alma mater, and still connected with two boards there in Indiana, working closely with their Chamber of Commerce and then a community counseling center.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I think practicing saying no would be something.
Right.
Oh my goodness. One of the books that I wrote, it has a statement in it: by whatever we are saying yes to something, we're saying no to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps me choose my yeses and my nos and that. But you're making such an impact through all of these boards and through your own company and through Grow. I mean, that is an amazing organization helping women to accomplish a lot in the community. Mm-hmm. What are some things that have made you successful? What's happened in your life that's brought you to the place you are today?
Well, a good work ethic, that's something that I learned from my parents, and mm-hmm. My mom still laughs because I got my first job the day before I turned 16. I didn't wait till I was 16, but and I've worked every day since, and usually more than one job. It was Little Caesars Pizza and cleaning stalls to mm-hmm. Now, it's not uncommon to see me respond to emails at 8 or 9 p.m. or on the weekends, because if someone has a question and I can answer, I will. But I try not to work too much on the weekends with those boundaries. I think there's just, some of that grit and fire just within me. I have a very supportive family. Mm-hmm. My husband is fantastic, always encouraging me and supporting me to go after things. And it's, like I said, it's really just that grit, and I just never settle. It took me a long time to figure out that getting to my own quote unquote good enough was actually good enough, because when I tried to go past that, all I did was drive myself and other people around me crazy.
Most women struggle with some form of comparison. Has that ever been a challenge for you?
Oh, all the time. All the time. When I look at, friends who run their own businesses, or friends who worked out more than me, I see a lot of it, obviously, when you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram. It's really, really easy to compare yourself to others and get down on yourself. So I try to focus a lot on positive self-talk, mm-hmm. And just, focusing on being the best me I can be, and making sure I take care of those around me. And whatever you see on social media is just a glimmer of what's really going on behind the scenes.
This is very true. Mm-hmm. Very true. And I think we all all know that, but we still want to compare. Mm-hmm. We compare. I've seen pictures of, a perfect couch kind of thing with a setting where people are sitting taking a picture, and then the woman took the picture and spanned the room, and there was toys everywhere and all that kind of stuff, but the couch where they took the picture was perfect.
Exactly.
That kind of thing that we do all the time is that snapshot of our life, that we never compare our strengths to somebody else. We always compare our weaknesses mm-hmm. to someone else. And so that's it. And so a good work ethic, having some grit, some perseverance, some tenacity, and positive self-talk. Has there been any books that have helped you? You mentioned mentoring as well.
Yeah. I did get involved in some personal coaching last year too. And it was with, you may even know her, Michelle Steffes. Mm-hmm. But talking about your journey to greatness through routine. One of the cool takeaways that I had from working with her, I'm too inconsistent to have a great routine, but was just the affirmations, mm-hmm. And reading positive things, or, positive videos and podcasts, to listen to things like that, because sometimes I get so sucked into listening to marketing things and yes. SEO things and work-related things that you just need to give yourself a break. Yeah. And it's okay, and do stuff to fill your own cup, right?
Right.
So I have some uplifting, inspirational quote books right next to my bed. Anytime I find some, I have a few hanging on the mirror. And I have some bookmarked on on YouTube so I can listen to them in the car, just to fill you with good stuff that, everybody's doing the best they can.
Right.
And it's okay to be you.
It's so important that we do that because we think we just give and give and give and give and do not do anything to fill our tank at all. So I love positive self-talk. It will tell you where you're going to end up. However you're talking to yourself, it will tell you what your future holds by the way you speak to yourself. So
yes,
Michelle and I agree in that. That's for sure. Most coaches do.
Yes. Well, and Jen Sincero too. I read her books. Same thing. Whatever you put out into the universe, right, is what you will see. So, like I said, even many conversations with my mom, like what, even with an issue with a car repair, and she's like, "Why do you think they're going to take care of it?" And I'm like, "Because they should, and it's the right thing to do." And she's like, "I don't know. I think you're expecting too much." But it all kinds of worked. It all worked out.
It does
and
work
just
out.
Having faith that it's just going to be okay. Just even these really scary unknown times that we're in right now. My husband's a home inspector and a contractor, so he's not doing much right now. That's pretty scary. But there's a lot of other people that are hurting worse, and just keeping the faith that we're going to be okay.
Yes, we are going to be okay. Any books you would recommend?
Well, I do love You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I read that book and kind of listened to it in the car right after I struck out on my own, because I was like, oh God, what did I do? Oh no, what did I do? Goodbye, steady paycheck, all of that security. That was a good one. I read a lot of marketing books, like Contagious. I like that one. I love the book Blink. That's an older one, by Malcolm Gladwell.
Blink.
Blink.
Blink. Okay. By Malcolm. I'm writing it down.
Gladwell.
Okay. I love to read, so I'm always asking people about books.
Yeah.
So I'm a reader. I've got Contagious, but I haven't read it yet. So I've got that one on my list.
That's a good one. I've got another one that I went to the Indiana Conference for Women, Emotional Agility, and then the book that Anna Huffington wrote about sleep.
Okay.
I got to see her speak, and she even just talking about technology's impact on our brain and our ability to disconnect, and she was showing a line of beds for cell phones that she had, where you could actually tuck in your cell phone at night and leave it in its own room away from you. But the importance of sleep.
Yeah.
One book I just picked up, I love just for fun, because it's just hilarious, are these Stephanie Plum series by Janet Ivanovich. I think I just picked up number 26, and she writes about one a year, and I read them in a weekend. So I wish she could write faster. Those are just fun, silly adventure books.
Yeah, those are always good too. All right. Well, and wrapping up here, she shared a lot of really good tips for people who might want to start their own business. But for women who are working a job, positive self-talk, good work ethic, having a personal coach so that you can help, all of those things can apply across the board. And stay-at-home moms who are doing an amazing job as well. All of those kinds of things can make a difference in being able to have a joy-filled life and to be passionate about what we're doing, whatever stage we might find ourselves in.
Absolutely. And surround yourself with people like you, right?
Yes.
And support each other. And sometimes, I try to make sure and give, one good compliment a day, even if it's to someone on Facebook or someone I might see, and it makes them feel good and it makes you feel good. And you just get to form more connections with people in a nice way.
Yes. Awesome. So in closing, how can people get in touch with you?
Well, you can Google me. You can find our website is red66marketing.com.
Okay.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn. And my email is just Rebecca@red66marketing.com.
Awesome. And one last closing thought or wisdom to take us off. What might you say from all of these books and encouragement things you've read?
Well, to kind of summarize everything that we've talked about, the quote, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right.
So we have to adjust the way we think.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you can.
Because we can. I often say we can't think our way out into change. We have to speak it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, that's good.
Yes, because you can't think it. We sit and think, but if I do this and I do that and we don't speak anything, we never change. It doesn't change. And so increasing that. Well, I want to thank you very much for taking a few minutes and sharing with the women listening. And I greatly appreciate you taking a minute out of your busy day.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
I loved Rebecca's suggestion on being happy and successful. One of my favorite was her talking about self-talk and the declarations that have made a difference in her life. And I would like to share with you a free gift today of my 5 favorite declarations. These have transformed my life, and I want to give them to you as a free gift as a listener. You can find them at iVibrantLiving.com/resources. Again, iVibrantLiving.com/resources. I can't wait for you to get them into your hands. And as always, this is Donna saying live and love vibrantly.
Thank you for joining us on this powerful episode of the You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. Please share this with others who might enjoy it. For more info on Donna Tashjian or to contact her, visit iVibrantLiving.com.